So they're asking my cooperation to sit here and just deed everything over, and I'm very hesitant to do. I just think about these third parties that are getting hurt, and when I don't trust someone that I'm deeding it to, which right now I don't have a high degree of trust for you, because of how this is all kind of gone along. I am very, I'm scared to subject those guys to this. You ask me to deed it over, and I've already impacted their lives. They're already putting money out of their pockets to feed these things, to keep them going, and then you're asking me, oh, just throw it in this thing when there's no value, and now I got to trust that Kevin Patrick isn't going to just run through them and make them miserable and deal with them in a way that just isn't fair. I mean, I have that fear.
Okay, well, but on two levels. One, it's a legitimate fear, okay? But I gotta actually do the analysis, okay? Okay, but just let me finish. Okay, I try to stop and let you finish. Let me finish. Okay, so it's a legitimate fear, okay? Because we will have to look at every one of those. We don't have all the documents. We're trying to get more documents on some of these underlying ones, and so, is that a possibility? Absolutely, it's a possibility. I mean, I don't want to tell you it's not, because we'll have to look at it. And if our conclusion is that there's an issue, we'll raise the issue. Okay, which is part of what we have to do. On the flip side is if you decide that you don't want to contribute to the properties, I think it's completely up to you, and then.
I want to contribute the properties. I want to contribute my interests. I don't want to cause damage to more people than I've already caused damage to. And our partners in all these things are all, what's going on, and we can't even tell them, and they've had all this fear. I want whatever I got going to the creditors. My interest in that, I want it going to the creditors. I want them treated fairly, and I guess I'd say, well, is there a way? We're under a court order that we can't transfer anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, unless we're crazy, we're not going to transfer anything. And so, has there ever been any thought to going, okay, we're going to do our assessment, and upon that assessment, you sit down and talk this thing through and bring the partners in, and because I think there's a lot to be gained by working with these people instead of trying to just steamroll.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but if you want to propose another delay, we can delay it again. I mean, the problem what we're having is that everybody can raise a roadblock for every step. I mean, let me tell you, every single step, everybody's got a reason why they don't want to do it. And at some point, if we don't just do it, there's not going to be anything left to do.
Okay, so I'll just, like a specific example, there's LLC agreements that say if you assign your interest in this LLC, you lose your interest. And so you're just going to have us assign it and put that in danger.
That's a different issue.
Can I do one example?
Well, no.
No,
I mean, we don't. I know what I understand them.
The trees.
Yeah, I
think we're lost in the trees.
Yeah, I look, guys. I understand. I specifically asked both law firms, guys, you got to look at this issue. You got to come back to me with if we're going to just take a position that we're going to do a complete transfer now and deal with whatever happens later. That's okay. I just need to know that from the law firms that that's their best thinking on this.
Why would that be the best? I mean, I know it's at least two of them without even trying that you put them in jeopardy just like that. And just say, well, we're just going to ignore that and do it.
There are times when you because of the difficult situation here, it may be better to put them in and deal with somebody, a third party who says, you know what? We think you lost your economic interest. I don't think that's what Oregon law says, but if you think it does, that's okay. But the lawyers are gonna have to figure that out, okay? I told them, like, right now, I said, gotta have an answer on this question.
So you're going voluntarily deed this or voluntarily assign this. I'm opening myself up for a lawsuit from the partner that's left in it for doing something that I'm not allowed to do in the agreement. And putting them all at, all in danger.
Well, wouldn't make, and I think you were probably going in this direction, Kevin, you've gotta drill down and get an understanding for, you can get a list of all the properties and the entities, and then you've gotta figure out, okay, this one's in an LLC, what happens, as you see that operating, what happens if we take Mark or Brian's LLC interest and put them into this trust? If that's gonna screw things up, then maybe those don't go in, and set that asset over here. It's like, this one has equity in it, we're gonna deal, we've gotta get consent from the members to put this thing in, or are you saying, once you've done your drill down and you find assets like that?
Well, here's what we're saying.
Let's just get it up.
Here's what we've asked the lawyers to do. We said, can we take an economic interest assignment and a power of attorney, or have we so closely aligned the two that we've effectively created a transfer in any event? Okay? So I don't know the answer. Maybe you know the answer off your top of your head. I don't know the answer. But it's an obvious question. And so I've said, I gotta have an answer to that. Okay? If that constitutes an effective transfer, a de facto or de jure transfer, then what about having something slightly less than that? So we talked to the creditors. Well, what if the principals still agree to do certain things? Well, David Foraker likes that idea, and he says, yeah, we'll do that. But that doesn't necessarily mean the creditors are gonna get comfortable with having to depend upon the principals to do something. Does that make
What if we sign it